What's up guys, welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. I'm Goki, and today we're going to talk about 1.3. So 1.3 is going to have a litany of things that we need to talk about, and how do you prepare for it? On top of, should you summon for Zhongli last minute? This is pretty much like... Sometimes I feel like this is the most underhand thing companies can do before a banner leaves to get people to spend money before the next banner comes out. This is not, I guess this is talking negative about miHOYO in some form of light, but yeah. These changes are questionable. If you have Zhong, congratulations. If you don't, I'm still gonna say don't bother summoning for him, because Albedo, if you need a Geo element, Albedo is on the horizon. And if you're saving for Albedo and you're going to summon on him, go ahead and do so. He might have Bennett on his banner. It might be a support function type of banner. It might be good for you in the long run, so keep that in mind. And it probably most likely is going to have Rosaria because it's the first banner and she's the only new 4-star teased. So yeah, with all that in mind, let's head on out. Wait, actually, before we get started, if you guys are enjoying the Genshin content and the Dokkan content all at once mixed together, thank you guys. 100%, I can tell you guys enjoy it because I see a good amount here, a good amount here. You guys are enjoying the content, both Dokkan and Genshin players. I'm glad that you guys enjoy it. But if you're new to the channel and you play either Genshin or Dokkan Battle, consider hitting that red subscribe button down there if you're brand new. I try my best to supply the best information I possibly can from my personal experience and the developer standpoint. And if you guys are already subscribed, consider hitting the like button and hitting the notification bell so you guys know exactly when my videos come out for you guys. Also, there's Discord, link at the bottom, description down below. You guys can join it if you guys are curious on team building, building better teams, better units in Dokkan, building out the proper team comps to take on particular events, Genshin team comps, so on and so forth, optimizing your main DPS, so on and so forth. We have a litany of players that can help you, including myself, potential one-on-one help if you guys would enjoy something like that. And yeah, I want to thank you guys. 300 subscribers. You guys are insane, and I love you for it. Now, let's go ahead and get into the video. So we're gonna talk about Zhongli. Zhongli is getting a buff during a 1.3. So anyone, this adjustment will be available to people participating in 1.3 beta test version, and the current adjustment are as follows: cover 4 aspects, enhancing Zhongli's talents, optimizing the controls and mechanics of his ability, improving the mechanics of his geo resonance mechanics, and adjusting his shield. So these are just basically minute changes. It's not 100% set in stone, but this is what we can look towards in the future. So we're gonna have a big change to Zhongli's passive, Dominus Earth. So the damage dealt by following attacks will increase based on his max HP. So 1.3%, 3% of his max HP, or technically 1.4. I believe Genshin system does round it out. So 1.4 of his max HP. You can get his normal charge and plunging damage will be increased by that. So that means, like, this is what he did normally, and then this is what happens with the change. So the higher his HP, the higher damage he'll be doing. And then Stone Steel, the holding will be increased. The resonance and holding mode damage of both of it will be increased by 1.9%, so around 2% of his max HP. And this is for Stone Steel, and then the hold function will now cast a Stone Steel coming out. So this is what they meant by resonance and holding mode. So when you throw out the when you throw out a Stone Steel period, it's gonna be increased by 2% roughly, or 1.9%. But then Plant Befall's damage stays the same, 33% max Zhongli's build. So everyone with the trolley HP builds, it's actually getting a buff. So more things are in line with his HP. And yeah, he's going to be doing more damage the higher his HP is. He's going to be the first character where the more you invest in his HP, the more damage overall that he's going to be getting. Like, his whole kit will now revolve around that HP. And then we have changes to his Geo shield. This also affected other Geo units. So Dominus Lepidus, the holding mode, now will cast a steal when you hold it if there's no steals, or the maximum number of stone seals hasn't. So if you cast a seal and you have con 2, I believe, that gives you a second one, you can cast one and then you can hold, and then another one will pop out, so that you'll end up having the 2, and it will spawn extra damage as well on the initial burst. So instead of 1115, you'll get 1500 right here, almost to 1600. And then the shield is split differently now. Instead of 200% geo damage, it's 150% physical damage and elemental damage absorption, which is huge. It's a lot better than, it means it absorbs all elements very easily and a lot better, and physical damage as well. So the shield actually technically has more durability than the 250%. Yes, I know 250% is a larger number, but that means like physical damage and other elements will do less damage overall than just it being geo damage. And this effectively affects all geo units. And then if there's nearby targets with geo element, it will drain a large amount of the geo element from a maximum of 2 such targets, and it doesn't cause damage, but it gives you more energy, I believe. And then now Dominus Lepidus now has super armor on activation. So you can take more damage and be able to cast a steal and also get your holding mode shield after, which is good. I think it's really strong. And now the biggest buff for Geos is their resonance. Their resonance was considered one of the weakest in terms of what it did. But now I personally think it's one of the strongest. It potentially can, it takes Geo up another notch. It makes them very strong, and it makes them have a better game plan in mind. So their shield strength is increased by 15%, which is big. It's huge, especially for characters like ZHONGLI. And additionally, characters protected by a shield will have special characteristics. Or so any character within the shield. My eye. So any character within the shield will have a damage increase by 15%, and dealing damage to enemies will decrease their elemental geo resonance by 22% for 15 seconds. So with this in mind, characters like Ningguang benefit hugely by having a shield over her. She decreases geo resistance while also getting increased damage dealt and shield strength. This is one of the perfect characters to pair with ZHONGLI now, mainly because she gets a litany of benefits that keeps her in a more safer state. That was always the issue for me, at least, with Ningguang. Like, she doesn't have, while her damage is amazing, she is squishy. She takes more damage than most of the heavy hitters, just like Klee in a sense. Klee takes a lot of damage because she's a magic user. They tend to have lesser on the defense spectrum. So Ningguang getting this huge bonus is actually really good, and ZHONGLI being able to provide that bonus for his team ultimately it makes him a very, very strong support. So that means you can have double Geo, double Pyro comps that just run through anything even easier than before. So I'm thinking ZHONGLI can find himself as support DPS, with Ningguang being the main DPS, Xinyan to keep the shield up, and Bennett for full support and HP heals. So yeah, I think it's really, really strong. And here we go. Geo shields are adjusted from having 250% geo damage absorption to the 150 split damage on elemental and physical. So those are the changes to ZHONGLI and the geo element, which is huge, coming in 1.3. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer, and 1.3 doesn't come out until early February. So you have to count 6 weeks from the 23rd is when 1.3 will be dropping. We will be getting Zhao at that time. So I'm pretty hyped for 1.3 now. I do have ZHONGLI, so you could do some crazy comps with it. I'm fully excited. You can do Zhongli Albedo, but maybe you want to hold off on doing Zhongli Albedo. We'll see. We'll see exactly. Albedo looks like a fantastic support. So remember, this stuff doesn't affect just Zhongli, but these buffs definitely do help Zhongli in the long run. It makes him more consistent and better unit overall. And this is good. This is a good buff. He didn't need much, personally. I feel he didn't need to be completely reworked. I felt like they just need to rebuff him up to like a better, to what he was. He needs better stats, and the new talent, the new adjustments to the talent is very good. I think it's very good. Hopefully, maybe during the beta test, people will give them proper feedback instead of, oh yeah, no, this character's too strong. Oh yeah, this character's too weak. Instead, just give them proper feedback. If you're on the beta tester and you're watching this video, make sure you give miHOYO the proper feedback, because if this buff is weaker than you would want it to, make sure you voice that opinion. I want to thank you guys for watching so much. I am super stoked and super excited for 1.3 because one, ZHOW is on the horizon. I can't wait for ZHOW to come out. I think everyone's in the same, like everyone's talking about Zhongli rating room. There's a ZHOW rating room. It's been happening since the game dropped, and yeah, I'm looking very much forward to the changes in the game. 1.2 looks amazing. Can't wait for it. 1.2 is in 3 days, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, comment down below, hit the like button. And yeah, catch you guys later. Peace.